Hello everyone, this is Ross Stanger and I wanted to provide a quick update on the kindergarten social studies curriculum that I've revised for the 2021-2022 school year in conjunction with the new TCI resources. And scrolling down just to give you a little bit of an update, I did change the course description a bit because the district has made some changes, specifically that we've divided the instructional day a little bit differently this year than we have in the past, so that social studies is going to be getting 40 minutes per day. And we've also adjusted it so that it is in alignment with the new TCI resources. And just went on to explain that we've broken the curriculum up into units. And every unit contains thinking skills, geography, study skills, citizenship activities, and so on. There is going to be one end of marking period benchmark that will be put in Linkit, and two assessments overall that are standardized among all of the schools that you're expected to complete. But the curriculum is standards-based, and it's skill-based, and it's based around the student learning standards from 2020 for social studies. And it's going to focus on teaching skills and knowledge so students can become, as it says, productive and informed members of an ever-changing world. We've left the enduring understandings largely alone. And just wanted to reiterate that our curriculum is based on two major standards in history, 6.1 and 6.3, and you can read the descriptions on the screen if you like. And these are our unit names. They're slightly different from the past. And I've put into the curriculum some examples where I've tried to infuse technology by making some videos for you about the standards and the curriculum and how they sort of function together. The C3 framework, which is what the TCI series is based on, which stands for College, Career, and Civic Readiness, and I've made a video for you about that. How to use primary sources, which are things that were created in the past by someone who was basically living at that time and witnessing it. And some videos about some various features of TCI, like using the reading component or the activity component, or another component which deals with an inquiry-based project. And then finally, I added some resources to which the district purchased subscriptions, which include World Book Online Encyclopedia, Discovery Education, Foundations, Reading A to Z, and Brain Pop Junior. It looks like I do have to delete one of these for you. The district grading policy is going to be in there, and I listed all of the social studies standards that relate to kindergarten that are under a new grade band than they were in the past. All of the objectives for kindergarten are now listed under grade band 6.1.2. so that they have to be accomplished by the end of second grade now, not at the end of fourth grade like they were in the past. But we've listed all of those standards in order for you so that you can refer to them, and provided some instructional tips for you and helpful hints, along with some definitions of key terms that I used throughout the curriculum and obviously in this presentation as well. And put in some articles that I thought might be helpful for you coming out of the COVID time to help you teach the various groups of kids in your class. The first one is going to be gifted students and some strategies for teaching gifted students in a heterogeneously classroom like the ones that you're going to be teaching in. And then I've also included several articles on how to differentiate for English language learners and to support them. And finally, I also included culturally responsive teaching strategies from a presentation that I gave with Dr. Negrin last year that some of you may have attended, but some of you may not have. And so without further ado, I guess we can get into the curriculum itself. All of the features are really there from what we've had in the past. It's just, I guess, the content that is a little bit different. But there's an overview, and you can see it here. There are suggested vocabulary words, as there was in the past, which are things that we suggest that you incorporate into your unit. These again are the standards for social studies that you'll be using, and you'll notice again that 2 there refers to the second grade, the K to 2 grade band for those standards. And you'll notice that a lot of those standards, especially, well, this last one and some others, relate very well to language arts. So again, the students are making evidence-based arguments or citing specific evidence or what have you to accomplish various things. Now, a big change in the curriculum, probably the biggest and part of an overall movement at the district, is that we are embedding a lot of language arts into social studies. If you recall, we have adjusted the instructional model so that social studies is taught for 40 minutes, and some of that time, I guess, technically came from the language arts block, but it's not that that time is gone, it's just that that time has been shifted. And what we've tried to do is to embed some of those language arts skills and objectives right into social studies, because there's really no reason why you can't accomplish those language arts objectives inside and also outside of the language arts time. And you'll see the anchor standards that I've typed in here. But then also, when it comes time to looking at the actual student learning targets and objectives, we've obviously included a lot of the social studies objectives. But cross-curricularly, we've added some as well. And this is where the district really wants to take those teaching literacy across the curriculum ideas and really embed them into practice. And so what I've done is I've taken various components of the language arts curriculum from one of the units, and I have edited those out so that I've eliminated those that wouldn't necessarily apply, but I've left those in that would apply. And the expectation again is that you will be using these objectives and treating them as though they're just as important as the social studies objectives when it comes to teaching the curriculum and the content. So, again, we've tried to eliminate those extraneous ones that don't apply, but we've left in the ones that certainly should help, which include using things like pictures and text evidence and text clues and text features and so on. These are actually examples, again, of what I took from the language arts curriculum, and we've embedded them into social studies, just like through the writing as well, because there's the expectation that hopefully the children will be doing a lot of writing in social studies too. Another neat feature of TCI is that it provides social justice and social emotional learning connections. So we've tried to embed those right into the curriculum. We've embedded some assessment ideas, and these include the inquiry project, the journal, a link to a formative assessment article. You can also include with this things like vocabulary exercises and some of the other neat components of TCI. But as far as learning and teaching actions, we've listed those for you with some examples of things that you can do within centers or modeling or using repetitive practice or breaking things down into small chunks. Scaffolding, we've talked about small grouping and what you can do in the small groups. And again, just some of the various components here at the end that the TCI framework offers. We've made direct links to ReadWorks where possible, and I'll continue to embed these articles from ReadWorks or Reading A to Z into the curriculum. And that's, again, an overview of the first unit here in kindergarten, and the others are modeled exactly after the first one. But please know that each unit is expected to last approximately 1 marking period, and I will be continuing to enhance the pacing guide to make it a little bit tighter for you as we go along. But this is where we are at the beginning. Hopefully this video has been helpful for you, but if you have other questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks so much for your time and attention today. Take care and have a great year.